We're low budget. We're pro bono means low budget, but we did the best we could. We hope you can understand that. And I know in each of your press packets, we included information that is explaining this even more. Tommy Zeigler explained what happened from the minute he woke up. He said that he crawled over a body and that there were bows surrounding him everywhere. And all of these documents prove that there was a body and there were bows everywhere. So everything that we are telling you is backed up by proof. Now this right here is Robert Foster. His name was in the newspaper until the day of the preliminary hearing and he was switched out. Okay? How I found the real Robert Foster, because what I did was I profiled the entire case. I went through every single speck of information, and I felt as though it was very strange that they would have this name in the paper over and over and over again, and then it would all end up just to be nothing. How could they do that? So I thought, I have to keep the name in the back of my mind. And throughout the investigator notes, you will see, before Tommy's lawyers were told that he doesn't exist and he's a typographical error on the stand, before that, there were different rumors about Robert Foster being Charlie Mays' best friend. Charlie Mays, the robber labeled customer in the store. They were best friends. So in the back of my mind, I did not know I did not know who Robert Foster was, and then I started to believe Detective Fry also. But I was taught to look in the crime scene photos for people. And I looked in the crime scene photos, and I saw a man that I wondered always if it was Robert Foster. Then we gave our press conference in Orlando in April, and we had a girl call us up. We said that we believed that the younger generation would do the right thing and that they would come forward with information. She called us up and she said, I don't know if you know this or not, but we were robbed across the street from the furniture store at the Gulf Station on Christmas Eve, within the hour, at the same time that McHale's Navy was supposed to be on. She said that she always went to the Gulf Station with her mother to work, and that she looked up and she saw her mother wrestling this huge man with a gun. She doesn't know his name, she has no idea who he is, but her mom cussed him out, and there was her little 4'5", 4'9" mom wrestling this huge man with a gun. The man took off and they called the police. Mr. Robert Thompson came to the rescue. He is the lead policeman that Tommy fell into his arms. He's also, 9 years later, Mr. Thompson, the chief of police of Oakland, the neighboring town that came to Tommy's aid, he got into trouble for an assassination plot to assassinate the ambassador down in Costa Rica and to blow up the embassy. So within 8 years of all of this, the lead police officer from another town, the actual sheriff, is who chief of police is who Tommy fell into his arms, okay? So he is a total crook as well. So in the back of my mind, I just remembered that I have to picture Robert Foster. How will I know? Well, our tipster from the Gulf Station told us a clue, and it must be meant to be because the chances of this working out are pretty slim, but I think there's a higher power, and I think the higher power is going to kick in later today when they go unlock Tommy Zeigler's cell, because this is the deal. She told me that if I could ever find Robert Foster, that he was going to look exactly like the actor in the movie The Green Mile, and they were dumbfounded at the resemblance. So I thought to myself, how many people really have wrestled down a woman in the state of Florida on Christmas Eve with a gun and never done one bad thing again in their life? And then I thought, what if this guy, that this girl is giving us, this tipster is giving us this information about this robbery at the Gulf Station? What if this is Robert Foster? But how can I find him? How will I know? That's a very common name. I decided one night to go on the Florida felon search, and I took a picture of the actor from The Green Mile, Mr. Duncan, and I put it right next to my computer, and I started with every Robert Foster over 6 feet tall, and it didn't take long before the one popped up. And I took the picture and I showed it to some people next to the picture of the actor, and they said, oh yeah, same guy. I said, well actually it's not, one's a felon and the other one is an actor. Oh well, they should be twins. So then I knew, and I showed it to our tipster, and it ends up that she almost had a nervous breakdown because that's the face that she had seen all of her life.